actually to take charge of day-to-day running of government, chair all the important cabinet committees and
right.
And even Prime Minister's time in Parliament.
Yes.
Yes, so live pictures there coming from Parliament. This is Kibaki's family that is approaching there. That's just pictures going through. This is these pictures and this camera there would be showing you everyone that is coming just about 30 minutes before the head of state actually walks into Parliament to kick off this President Kibaki's lying in state starting today up to Saturday. I want just now to bring in my colleague Leila Mohammed just to indicate to us briefly on what's going to happen next. We're seeing a lot of dignitaries come in. We are seeing also a lot of preparations with the military police. We are seeing a lot of preparations as well, by the staff in the National Assembly. Leila, please tell us what's going to happen next so that our audience is very well informed and aware about what we're expecting and what time that would come through. Leila.
So, James, since we last spoke, a lot has happened out here at the precincts of Parliament. Parliament Road was quite empty earlier in the morning, but it is now full with government vehicles. We've seen the senior leadership of the Kenya Defence Forces arrive here in buses. Those are generals that will be honouring the head of state. Like I said, many of them will be standing in line just to look at how the body will be placed. 4 of them at each particular level will stand on guard to protect the president, and we are expecting the current commander-in-chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who will leave State House Nairobi, and his motorcade will snake its way all through processional way and then into Kenyatta Avenue, coming back to Uhuru Highway and just entering the precincts of Parliament on the other side just behind me. But let me take you through how Kenyans will be able to access Parliament, because at the moment a lot of Kenyans are standing in line just at the other end of Parliament at the roundabout of Harambee Avenue. Many of them waiting to see the head of state. Many of them also were lining the streets as the cortege drove down, and that cortege was driving down, and the casket was carried in a gun carriage. Ideally on other kinds of days, this is where a firearm in the form of a machine gun would be mounted as the military go into battle to fight the enemy. But on this particular day, this is a commander who took the Kenya Defence Forces into battle several times. Kenya is still engaging in enforcement of peacekeeping across the region. We have in Somalia, we have in South Sudan, we have one in Sudan, and also what is happening at the DRC. Kenya and other East African countries the other day signed a protocol to allow a special military force by the East African community to go into DRC just to deal with the issue of the M23 rebels going on there. But before that, Kenyans will be able to access this vicinity from the roundabout where we are joining Parliament Road and the road that goes into City Hall Way, just at the Holy Family Minor Basilica. That is where Kenyans will line up in their numbers. There is a tent set up where they will be checked, and there will be verification just to find out that no one is carrying any form of ammunition or weapon going into Parliament buildings. And they will walk past the Kenyatta Mausoleum where the flags are standing at half-mast, and then line up all the way into this entrance to Senate, where they'll be able to access Parliament buildings and stream in line and be guided by teams from the Kenya Defence